Remember when I said this? All right, so here are the challenges for this week. They might be a little ambitious, but yep. Hey, this is Renee. Welcome back to Worth the Wait. Don't get me wrong, I'm not discouraged. I'm just being realistic about what happened over the last couple of weeks. So if you haven't been here before, this is a great time to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, if you've been here before and you haven't subscribed, this is also a good time. Don't forget to click that little bell so you can be notified when the videos go up. It turns out that's a very important thing too if you want to follow along. But anyway, we are here going through the journey of increasing self-worth and decreasing unhealthy weight. And my goals for the last, my challenges and my standards for the last time we were together, it was a couple weeks ago. And it was before we went back to work at the beginning of the year. So it was, when I said that it was a little ambitious, I was actually not taking into account that life when you're planning things, when you're off of work and have kind of a vacuum, does not necessarily translate for when you are, trying to get back into the swing of things with the new work schedule. So, to review, my standards were that I was going to be tracking my food, drinking my water, and drinking the smoothies. That was not successful. And then my challenge was to move, and I didn't move. The whole thing was just a mess. And so I definitely need to adjust what the expectations are going forward for myself, because I didn't have realistic expectations about what I was going to be able to do going back into work. So that is going to definitely be impacting what I am going to plan going forward. I guess this is what happens when you start your weight loss tracking journey, the weight process thing. Before the end of the year, is you're in the midst of almost vacation and then real life. So there's the little bit of explanation about the seat I was sitting on in the struggle bus. So I'm gonna have to adjust things a little bit coming up, and really start to ask for some more help and put some better systems in place. So one thing that I have been more consistent on, it's out of all of the things, was definitely drinking water. So I have kept up with the drinking water. I'm not tracking it. I'm just aware that I am. So that's something that is just going to need to stay at the forefront and keep tracking, because it actually makes a big difference. Again, not just in what's going on in my body, but also the added benefits of not coughing and snoring as much, and not in my skin being clearer, which is lovely, and all of those things. So I will keep doing that. I am definitely going to continue to track my food. I would say probably by the end of the month, I will have selected some kind of plan to look at for a couple of weeks for tracking food. And the smoothies, that's gonna be probably a joint effort in our home, just because of all of the moving parts. And so I might have to change my expectations that it's going to be some days and not others. So that one, I'm going to sort of put in I would like to do this like 3 times a week, right? So we want SMART goals, things that we can actually achieve, that are measurable, that have a a deadline on them. So I'm going to say that for 3 times a week. Then as far as movement, because I really do need to move, so I'm not going to be able to introduce both yoga and the walking. Out of the 2 of those, the one that's going to be probably easiest for me to actually do, because I do not need to pull out a mat or get space and quiet and space and all of those things, is the walking. So my plan is that I would walk for 30 minutes 3 times. So I think those are better goals. Now, the good news is that even with those lovely failings of not following through on any of my plans because the getting back to work thing was overwhelming. I did lose weight. So my official weight is 280 pounds. So that means 6 pounds in 5 weeks, which is really great. That's tracking along with what my goal is that I would be losing 5 pounds a month roughly. Well, actually, that's kind of the goal. And so I think that tells me that if I was following through on all of my things, that I would probably have a little more weight loss. But this isn't just about that. This is also about the self-worth process. And so I want to again affirm that this is about really saying that I am worth taking care of, that I am worth spending time focusing on this, and that there are probably some things I can cut out of my daily routine that I could use that time to focus on my wellness, and that it's important for me to do that. But I have to believe that I am worth it in order to make that choice. So that is the self-worth part of this. And so I want to encourage you that to also, whether you have to write it down on a Post-it note or send a reminder in your phone or ask a friend to remind you that you are worth taking care of yourself. So that is basically it. It's not a very long update for this week because we're kind of going back to not square one, but square 1C of this whole process. And here we are at the end of our 5 weeks, 6 pounds lost, self-worth increased, and looking forward to the future. So if you have enjoyed this time together today, I encourage you to give me a thumbs up and to also subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to share this with anybody who is also going through the same type of process, if it can be of an encouragement. And of course, if you have any thing that you want to share from your process, down in the comments below, would love to hear from you. So thanks so much, and see you next time on Worth the Wait. Bye.